Spotlight on Smooth FM. Keeping it real with Tess.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is another beautiful day, and it is time to shine the spotlight on a new guest. And on the show today, I'm speaking to Farah Hussain, and so many of you probably already know her. In an online world like the one that has just exploded around us because of circumstances, we have the opportunity today to speak to a lady who is a business matchmaker, a business connector, somebody who is bringing people together. What do we say? Farah brings people together. She has got so much to share with us, and I am certain that as we speak to her today, she's going to impart so much value that I hope is going to help you help grow your business or help get your product further than you ever imagined before. So Farah, welcome. It is absolutely delightful to have you with us today.
Good afternoon, Tess. Thank you so much for having me. It's such a privilege and honour to be here and to be interviewed by the lovely Tess. I absolutely feel elated. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm just delighted, and I do know that when I gave you some dates, you said, can we please do the interview today? And I said, well, what's so special about today? And you said, well, because it's a very special birthday. So I just want to say, happy birthday.
Yay! Thank you very much. I'm so happy.
And I assume you've had a very nice day so far?
Absolutely fantastic day. What better day? You wake up in the morning and your children are there to welcome you and to celebrate your birthday, and just to see those two children grow up to be adults, and you just feel so proud. So I can't ask for anything else.
That's incredible. Well, it's really wonderful, and I know that there's a lot to cover, so let's get straight into it. You are the founder of Farah that is just literally launched, and I cannot imagine that it is something you kind of created as we went into lockdown. So timing wise, it must be pretty amazing that you went to an online networking platform literally as people desperately needed that. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Of course I can, Tess. I mean, I love how you've created that platform during the pandemic. But it's one of those things I've always wanted to do. My passion is connecting people. And I'm just going to go a little bit back and how this idea came into fruition is that connecting people is my passion. And when I first started networking, it was very daunting for me face to face. Regardless of how strong you are, you walk into a room full of people, and I always say you start doing the network tango because you don't know where to go. That's one of my good friends, Niall, told me that, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I just wish somebody held my hand and took me through the process, but there was nobody there for me. But when everybody started walking in for the first time, it's a networking event, I could see from their body language that it was their first time. So I just took them along, connected them with people, made them feel welcome. And then somebody once said to me, Farah, you're a business connector and you're a great one as well. And I'm like, hey, does that really exist? Is there a title called Business Connector? So I never thought about it at that time, and I thought, this is really, really good. So then I just went back into my normal routine, and then for a long time I was thinking about it, just came back, thoughts were coming back. And then I decided I wanted to open up a business cafe, a platform where people can eat, meet and connect. And there's a lot of businesses out there, and I feel for them because they have this great idea. Then the self-doubt creeps, then they think they can't do it, then they don't know who to connect with and who to talk with, and all these things are going through their head. So I just wanted to create that platform and tell people that there it is, come along, enjoy your coffee, eat what you want to eat, and then enjoy the relationships and connecting people. So really it was, come in, have a white cup of coffee, the other one orders a white cup of coffee, there's the connection. And that's what I wanted to do, was a bridge between the people. And then what happened was I fell into the world of business coaching, became an accountability coach. And then on the 31st of March, when the pandemic happened and lockdown was there, then I realised to myself, like, holy moly, I should have been doing something different. why did I not think about this before? So that's where the idea came from, Farah, bringing people together, doing a virtual platform. And then I started doing some research on the platforms that I wanted to use. So that's where the Remo platform came into place, because it was a virtual cafe with chairs and sofas, and it just excited me. And I thought, what a great opportunity. Did it scare me? Of course. Was I excited? Absolutely. I think I was excited because of the opportunities that I could see, and I just couldn't. I thought, this has to be done. So within 3 weeks, everything was put into place. And the reason why it was put into place, because I already had a power team. I already had my connections. I already had my relationships, and that's how Farah, bringing people together, came into place. In a nutshell.
Quite a nutshell. I'm thinking, well, there was about 3 questions already answered in one fell swoop. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I can imagine, though, that the power of it was the fact that you didn't take too long to get it together. Because that's what you said, you know, that thing where you overthink something, you can think yourself right out. So you didn't have time for that.
No, didn't give myself time for that. I just wanted to take action and just get on with it.
So what was your greatest challenge then when you were putting this together? What was the biggest challenge that you faced?
Do you know what the thing is, Tess? I've already faced challenges, and I don't think I faced a major challenge or a stumbling block, because I had already created the foundation of connecting people and relationship building. The only thing I think I was more sceptical about was because I wanted to take this globally and I wanted to do this nationally. Right, there's people that know me in the business world here in Scotland, but I'm not known nationally, and I'm not known globally. So that was my stumbling block. But universe teaches you things and it puts you into places, and it's so happened before the lockdown I was starting to network with people internationally through LinkedIn. And I didn't realise, I'm like, I don't understand why I'm doing all this. I haven't a clue, but I'll just go with the flow. But going with the flow then I understood now, by opening up this platform, that I've already created that, and it was just a matter of building from there. Yeah. So that was the only block I would say.
Is that saying, create it or something and they will come, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The space and the people will
just come.
Yes.
Yay!
So what is the dream that you have for this networking platform? In its early days as it is, what is the big dream, the vision that you have for it?
So if I put my business coach hat on, I would think I would have to sit down and have to plan, as I say, 5 years ahead. You've got to have a business plan and you've got to do this. But I'm not taking that. I'm taking it as like, let's take it 6 months. Let's see where the business is going. How quickly will it grow? What do I need to put into place to get there? Is there other branches that I can take from that under the word connections? It doesn't really have to be business connections. That's one side of the business. But if you actually think about it, you can connect so many people. You can create a social platform and connect women who are at home with young kids who don't have the facility of going out, or they don't have the confidence to do face-to-face. But what's this pandemic has given us, created the opportunities, is that we're just at home, in the comfort of our home, in front of our laptops, and we still know that we've got the kids around us, we're safe. And so we can create a social platform. Then we can create a platform for the vulnerable, the disabled, who are senior citizens who are stuck at home, but they have an understanding of technology. So why not connect these people? And there's so many things that can be developed from it. But what I'm doing at the moment is taking one phase at a time, because in the next day or the next month, you just don't know what could happen. Because we never predicted the pandemic. We wouldn't have dreamt of it, but it's happened, isn't it? Mm. Yeah, so it's just taking it every day as it comes.
Yeah, that's good. And I think also with that, what it means is that you will learn. You're learning every time you put that platform out there and have people in the room. So it's a work in progress. So if anybody is wanting to get involved, how do they go about it? And what is the greatest benefit going to be for them to sign up to farrahnetworking.com?
Do you know, I mean, it's a great question. It's a very good question. You've got to stand out from the crowd. There's a lot of platforms out there, networking events, and every networking event has its own speciality. So what I've done is, because of my experience in networking, what I have done with my platform is I've taken all the fluff away from networking, and I just want to purely concentrate on the core values of building relationships. So way you can do it is you would have a consultation with myself first of all. I want to understand what you want out of this networking. Why do you want to network? Why is building relationships so important to you? So that enables me and empowers me to connect you with the right type of people. So it might not be, you might think for a second, why did Farah pair me up with this person? But if you actually think about it, it's about the commonality between two people. It's about the likability about these two people that will build up the relationships. And what I want to create is help people create sales funnels without cold calling. So if you can create raving fans, if people can say, look, I love what Tess does, and I absolutely love you, Tess, and I love what you do, and I love your personality, but I will talk about you. And it's easy for me to talk about you than it is for you to talk about yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the speciality of my networking event, is that solid relationship, creating pipelines, building the funnels for yourselves, and creating raving fans, which I think is very important.
Yeah, and teaching people how to safely learn how to have conversations with strangers.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Without having your sort of personal space invaded in a way, and that uncomfortableness walking into that big room. Now you don't have to do that. I have experienced your platform, obviously.
Yes.
And interestingly enough, it was one of those, have you met Farah? Oh, I met Farah the other day. Tess, you've got to meet Farah. It was like, that's exactly what it's all about, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
And, it was very refreshing, and a very big variety of different kinds of businesses in there from all over the world.
Yes.
So very exciting. And do you ever get downtime, or do you find that this is a full-time thing right now?
Right now, because it's new, it is going to be full-time, because I've got to ensure that I'm out there, the face of the business, and making sure I bring in the right type of people. The people that know me, I can be very straightforward, and I'll tell you as it is. And I've said it from day one. This platform is for those people who really want to build relationships. If there's anybody in that platform that is wasting time or in there just taking, the membership will be cancelled. End of. There's a standard that I've got, and I want to make sure that I maintain that standard. It's been a long time coming that I've raised, done all the networking, and I've got a certain level, and people know if Farah says it, it will happen. And that's where the memes have come from, Farah says.
Well, I've picked that up very quickly. I believe there's even a naughty corner in this platform.
Yes.
People who arrive late.
Yes, absolutely. Because it's not fair for the other people that come in early. Why should they wait?
Yeah, it's true. It's respect, isn't it?
It's respect, absolutely.
I would imagine that your background as like an accountability coach has helped you a lot, as in creating boundaries and standards and expectations, so that it is that people can actually get what it says on the label. Exactly.
I mean, my background is 21 years in the corporate world. I've worked with companies like Nespresso, I've worked with Yale, I've done the corporate sales, and I've done hard stuff, and it's not been easy. At that time it was cold calling, picking up the phone, going out and talking to people. That's what it was. But I've always been a consultative seller, and I've always liked to build relationships, and always within organisations I've always made sure that departments all got together, they communicated, and it was really, really important to do that. But huge corporations don't do that, and I just couldn't understand why they didn't. So for me, it's just a natural progression into doing what I want to do. And for my background in the corporate world, dealing with all that, and I thought, this is just a number for me. I need to get out of this and do something for myself. And that's why building relationships, I think, is very, very important. Now, building relationships doesn't have to be just within business. It's within friendships. It's within your family unit. It's depending on whatever you want to do. Go back. It's all about communication. It's all about building relationships. If you get that bit right, if you actually get that bit right, everything just falls into place.
Yes, listen and then talk.
Talk. Yes.
Listen, think, speak.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's incredible. So now let's just break this a little bit. I'm curious to know, tell us a story, if you can, on the back of this, from Farah when she was about 5 or 6 or 7. Something about her childhood. What was Farah doing? What was she playing with and doing when she was that age?
Oh, that's really going back now, Tess. 5, 6 years old, I was, do you know what? It's really hard for people to think I'm a tomboy, but you wouldn't think I was. Yeah, I was like one of those children that was very energetic, always wanting to find out why, very curious. So I've got we're 5 siblings altogether, so 2 older brother and a sister and a younger brother and sister, so I was a middle child. And I didn't know at that time there was a middle child syndrome ever existed, so I was always craving attention, always trying to please everyone. My mum used to say to me, do as your brother and sister says, or look after the young ones, and I'm like, what about me? Like, what about me? So no, I just got on with it, and I just loved life at that time. It was great. My mum and dad, touch wood, at that time, we didn't have hardship financially. They were very good with financially secure, everything. But I suppose what I was missing in my childhood was love, because parents were very busy working. And I just craved that attention, and I just wanted that love. And I knew as I was growing older that I needed to create something for myself and make a difference. But you know, at that time, you don't know what it is. So it was that is what I would say. That is what I was lacking in my childhood.
That's lovely. I mean, I think, so many people forget that if they go back to that age, you can see what we were starting to build seeds of thought around, what we're missing or what we love doing. And I'm starting with these interviews to ask people that question, because I want everybody who's listening to think about what were they doing at the age of 5, and if you're going to go out networking now on Farah.com, FarahNetworking.com, are you in the right business?
Yeah,
because it does come out. I think, in the room you can see everybody just loves what they do. They're there, they're passionate. And it's a great platform for people. What about somebody, Farah, who's very nervous about online and actually is petrified of networking in real time anyway? How do you help somebody like that? Do they bring that out when they contact you? Or maybe they're not even going to do that. Because
they don't realise, you're absolutely right. There's introverts and there's extroverts, and I call myself a shy extrovert, and I like to perform and then afterwards just go and have time for myself. But there are introverts out there that don't like networking, and I think this great thing about online is that they don't have to worry about it. So when I have a consultation with someone, I find out about them, and during the conversation they'll tell me that they have anxiety or these things that they're going through, and then I'll talk to them about my experience and how I feel and what I went through and how I help people build up their confidence through networking. And we just have a wee consultation, we find it out and we take it step by step, and then I will put them into, not in a big huge group, I'll put them in with somebody that can actually get out a conversation with them, help them make them feel better, build up their confidence, and then over a period of time, then we'll start introducing them to everybody. Because if you bring somebody in who is an introvert and you put them in amongst people who just love talking and just take control, they'll never come back. No. They'll never come back. So you've got to look at each individual, what their personalities are, and you've got to work with them. And being a coach, it always helps to help them as well. So that background on the coaching is, I've got a degree in, as I said to you before, business and psychology. Now at that time I hadn't a clue why I did combined them both, and now it's coming in handy. Like, yay.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so what would we be looking at for this Monday? What is there a key focus for any networking that you're doing? Because it's every Monday, right?
It's every Monday, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and then in the afternoon, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And the reason why I've kept it on a Monday is that nobody's going anywhere, regardless of it's a bank holiday, and it doesn't clash with any other networking events because nobody does it on a Monday. And I believe that if you start the day building connections, you have that buzz and you carry that buzz out through the week. And this is the reason why we do it on a Monday. And it is building, it's growing every single day. I get members every single day with this platform, and people are wanting to network. And I truly, truly believe that if we do not create those solid foundations right now by building relationships, building our pipelines after this pandemic is over, I don't think we'll have a business. So if we do the groundwork now, and we worked hard for it, then after this gets through, we will all be in a good position to use our contacts and use the relationships that we've built as well.
That's fantastic. So I have loved speaking to you about this, and I think everybody who is piqued their interest, if they're curious to, want to know more and come and find out, just go to the website, because it is FARAH.
That's correct. Yes.
Networking.com, and it is the most simple, easy, straightforward website. There's nothing complicated.
No.
You don't even have to think or be nervous.
Right.
Just go in and follow the steps. And, maybe we'll all see you there on Monday.
Definitely. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Tess. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely delighted. And, Farah, I think it's exciting to see how it's going to grow. I think it's going to help a lot of people right now who are panicking about where to show what they do, spread the word. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Oh, I can't wait. We'll have a lovely dinner cooked. So what more do I need? I call my husband Mr. H, so we'll get him cracking and get him to cook the meal. So can't wait. Thank you very much, Tess. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And we'll see you on a Monday.
Definitely. Take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And, as I said, if you want to get in touch with Farah, you know what to do now. And we'll make sure that there are links at the bottom of the interview. So make it easier for you to just click and visit. So have a fantastic day. And if you have any questions, just pop them in the comments below. Take care and bye for now.